since I was 13. Back then, when I was a little kid, I used to, I knew I used to jerk off, but I was not really sure what I was jerking off to. It was just more like the sensation was really fun. And I would watch porn knowing that, like, I should watch women. And I would get off on that. That was like Spice TV, I think, was the channel or something like that I would watch. Or, like blurry, TV things sort of. But at some point, while I was going at it, it would just I realized that, like, oh, men are doing it for me. And so I tested it. I was like, I don't want to be gay, but maybe watching men have sex is the thing that's gonna get me off. So I literally interneted Google. Well, Google wasn't a thing back then, but I interneted gay porn and watched it, and that's what did it. I was on board 100%, and ever since then, I've had issues. At that time, when I was a kid, I knew what gay was. I knew it was bad, and I didn't want to be gay. I went from being this, like, loud, obnoxious person to being sheltered and quiet and depressed. The year that I realized I was gay, I blacked all that out because I was so upset. I made friends when I was in when I was in ninth grade, when I was 13, but I don't remember meeting them. So, I mean, I don't know. It's like it's a really dark time. So I kind of just accepted it within myself, but didn't tell anybody, and didn't even tell myself, didn't allow myself to be gay. Then when it came time to think about college, I knew that I had to go somewhere, and I wanted to be out. I wanted to be me. So I picked a place that was the closest and the easiest place to be gay, and that was New York City. I mean, I'm fortunate. I grew up like only 3 hours north of here, so I had that opportunity. I had that luxury. So when I went for college, I went hard for New York City, and I just told myself, like, I'm going to be a gay person. I'm going to be out. I'm going to be loud and proud and all the things that you want to be as a gay person. So eventually, after like almost a full year of living here in the city, I told my friend, I just said something like, "Hey, Barbara, I'm gay," and she goes, "Get out of here!" And she smacks me, like, right in the chest, like, smacks me, like, "Get out of here!" She couldn't care less, but she knew that it was a big deal to me. So she smacked me on the chest. She got so excited, she gave me a big hug, and she was the first person I physically told. Out loud, I said, "Barbara, I'm gay." And we went back into the party, and I was reeling from this idea that I had told somebody, like, I had said it out loud. I'm gay. And she screamed it on the top of her lungs. She told everyone in the party. As soon as we walked in, she was like, "Hey, everybody, Maddie's gay!" I was a mess. I was like, ah! But nobody cared. I mean, everyone cared. Everyone was like, "Yeah, that's great." But it didn't change anyone's opinion of me. It didn't change anything. That was a big turning point, where once I told them in real life, once I said it out loud, I could tell everybody. So I told almost everybody. I started actually living the life that I wanted to live once I moved to New York City. The idea of moving to New York City, being gay. I started telling everybody, except for my parents. I told my siblings. I I wouldn't say I was gay. You don't, like, tell people, you're like, "Hey, I'm Matt, I'm gay." But, it comes out. You're like, "Oh, are you seeing somebody?" Or, like, a girl hits on you at a bar, which has happened to me several times. I know. I'm surprised as well. but it has happened. And it's a humbling thing to be like, hey, you're great, but I'm gay. It's not gonna happen. But I started living a life. I started like living a life that was actually what I wanted to live, which was being out, being proud, and being me, being loud, doing what I wanted to do. Coming out to my parents, though, that was like an issue. More so because I didn't want it to be about coming out. I didn't want to say, hey, mom and dad, I'm gay. I think my parents always knew, and I think everyone, like growing up, I assumed everyone knew I was gay, but so coming out felt like it was stupid, you know, like accepting this thing that everyone already knew about me, even if they didn't actually know that about me. So when it came time to actually talking to my parents about it, I sort of decided in myself that it was going to be something that was, like, if I'm dating somebody and it felt like they were worth introducing to my parents, that's what I would do. And that's kind of how it happened a little bit. Like, I ended up dating a guy for a while, and I was like, this one is worth it. Like, I'm sticking with him, and I think we're gonna last a while. So now I'm like wrapping my head around like, oh, I want to actually tell my mom about this. My mom is the one who I want to talk to about it the most. Like, my dad has always been easygoing, nice guy. My mom was the pants. You know, she was hard. Love her to bits, but like I don't know. That was the threshold. Like, if I could tell her, I could tell anybody. And at that point, like, being gay, like I was open to everybody, but I just couldn't. This subject was taboo with my family. So telling my mom was definitely the biggest thing. And we were on vacation in Denver, where my sister lived at the time. We were visiting her, and I've been dating this guy for a while. I'm into him. Like, we're doing well. And everyone was sleeping. We were on this train car. Everyone's passed out, but my mom. And she's sitting right next to me, and we're chatting. I think we were like doing a Sudoku, you know, something stupid. And I just kind of leaned over and I was like, Mom, can I tell you about this boy that I'm dating? I could not tell you. Like, I was on fire. Like, just flames everywhere. Like, I was almost like, you know, it's like I was salivating like crazy because I was so afraid of just saying the word boyfriend. But that's how it was. And I eventually just said it. I was like, Ma, can I tell you about this guy that I'm seeing? And she was like, of course. Like, no big deal. And so I pulled out my phone, and I was like, this is Sully, and here he is. And like, I showed her photos of this dude, and, you know, like a stranger to her. But it you know, she was so cool, calm and collected and casual, as, you know, a normal person would be. But that it meant like so much to me that she had like she was already so comfortable with this idea, and I was so scared, so scared. And of course she was like so comfortable with me. So I think like there's something to this idea that like we build this thing up, like we as gay people build up this idea of coming out. You know, obviously none of us should have to come out, and that's kind of how like I acted. Like, I didn't want to come out, so my idea was like, let me just introduce my parents to the person who I want to date. But it was taboo. Like, it was completely taboo. Like, I couldn't talk about this thing, and my parents couldn't talk about this thing at all until I gave them permission to. And as soon as I came out to my mom, oh my god. Oh yeah. As soon as I came out to my mom, she has been nonstop like, so you're dating somebody? You, and you know, like she's been on it, and it's a little much. Like, I need to be like, okay, mom, calm down. But like, as any good parent should be. But yeah, like coming out shouldn't be a thing. It's stupid that we have to come out. But we do. Like, we're the other. We're an exception. We're like a not normal thing. and that sucks. Like we're normal. Everyone's human. Like we're all human. So the fact that we have to come out is not real. It's really hard. Yeah, I don't feel like there's much to be gained from my coming out story. I grew up in a very liberal family. Everyone, everyone being very accepting. I have a brother who I call fun-loving, gun-loving, because he's very Republican and he's probably voting for Trump. And let's not go there. But like every family has these stories, these issues. But I grew up in I'm privileged, and I know that. And even in my privileged life, I still feel like I didn't want to be gay. And that says nothing about my family. It says everything about society and how we view gay people. So I would love to, like, as we go forward and as we, like, raise children, I would love a society that, like, where coming out's not a thing. Where we are all just who we are. We're all people, whether we're men, women, or something in between, whether we're gay, straight, or something in between. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not. It is our identity, but it's not the thing that people judge us on. So, I don't know. Like, the thing that you can glean from my story is, in 2011, coming out is hard. 2011, coming out is hard. It's so stupid. But it's true. Like, I didn't feel comfortable, and I would love it for people who are younger than me to feel like they can just be who they are and not have to deal with this pressure. Not have to deal with this story that we have to say. You don't come out as straight. You don't come out as gay. You just are. I'm glossing over the fact that, like, that first year that I knew I was gay, I blocked out of my memory because I was so fucking depressed. That's fucked up. Like, a kid shouldn't have to deal with that. Like, that's wrong. But that's where I am today. And it still affects me today. I'm a single person, and I am still dealing with issues of not feeling like I am normal. And it all stems from society. We all have our demons. And even us cis white gay men have demons. So that was tough. But I would love to see a future where this is an issue and we don't have to come out and it's just normal for people to be gay